Yeah, that's
Yeah,
I
yeah,
almost had a
yeah,
heart
yeah,
attack.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm teaching Liz Swedish. Ja.
Yeah.
Ja.
Yeah.
Ja.
Hi,
Got it.
ladies and gentlemen. Actually,
Hello?
only one gentleman.
Gentleman. Only one gentleman in this call. Sorry, Raptor.
I mean, yeah, I was gonna say Raptor's here, so yeah.
Wow,
accurate.
thanks. Yeah. Oh, gentleman, right.
We don't compliment Raptor. That's in
that's-
the rules of commentating.
We talked about this, Liz, literally 30 seconds ago. We do not compliment McRaptor.
Are you
Raptor was-
socializing,
well, yeah.
Liz? Okay.
Well, yeah, but Raptor was like, I wasn't gonna say this, but since I'm getting thrown under the bus, Raptor was like making payments to me to compliment him. So I didn't do with that.
Wow.
Cat's out of the bag, I guess. So here we are.
That is a new low.
Wow,
It's
Liz.
the only way you can do it.
Wow, Liz.
Yeah, what's up?
always
That's
go
payback for
anal.
the clip at the beginning, by the way.
Nice.
Yeah, always go anal.
All right. So, what is going on, McRaptor?
Oh,
I think he's.
are we doing stuff? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, we're doing
Wait.
stuff.
Wait, I had this. Wait, what happened? I had the stream muted.
The what?
Raptor?
I don't know.
I just see
think it
him laughing a lot. Was there a clip? Did you play a clip?
Maybe.
I should not have streamed this morning. I knew. I was like, I can't sleep. Maybe I'll do this cool thing where I'll stream. I can
always go
host into
anal.
it. And in the back of my head, I was like, you know what? This is probably not a good idea. I should
Yeah,
probably
always go
sleep, do
anal.
anything better. And here, I guess you needed the content because it's you. So I guess it was good
Yeah.
that I streamed so you could have the clip.
I did.
I guess it worked out.
I did need some solid gold content, and Liz, as always, you delivered.
Oh god, it's so bad. I promise it was out of context.
No, it wasn't. All right, so we will talk more about that later too, I'm sure. So, cat's out the bag on who's in here, but we of course have joining us again, Singa Bob. Singa, say hi.
Hey there. Hello.
Our multi-linguist extraordinaire, Shio as well. Welcome back, Shio.
Hi.
Shio, your whispering in the crowd needs to hear you.
No.
Okay, thank you, Shio. And God Gamer Liz, welcome to the cast as well.
Do not like this.
Can we get a shout out for all of our commentators today? I think I updated the commentator command correctly last night. I'm not sure. It's !CMT. And mad love to the mods in chat. So Twitch forgot to put us on front page yesterday. I don't know if we'll be going on front page at some point here. So if we do, let me know and we'll
tone down the F-bombs.
We'll tone down the craziness that was happening earlier. Yes. All right.
There's
Perfect.
no craziness.
Well, you didn't hear what Liz said over and over and
I
over.
didn't say anything.
You said it at least 7
It
times.
is fabricated. It is fabricated.
Chat, did Liz not say it?
That was not me. That wasn't me.
Yeah, don't slander and lie about people.
That wasn't me. That's all I gotta say.
All right. It wasn't her, guys. Like, it was someone else.
It was someone else. Yeah, it's someone else.
All right. Well, that is that. We are 2 minutes past match time. That's okay. That's almost early for me.
Have we ever been on time, really?
We were on time-ish. I want to shout out a couple quick donations. Singa, you were really helpful on those this tournament. Keep doing that. That was like no,
I will.
That was really
You guys kept missing it. I had to highlight it.
Yeah, well, here we go. So let's not miss any. I think I got anonymous times 2, $20 first, says Wholesome Cheez-Its for the kids. Oh boy. All right. Wholesome Cheez-Its.
Oh,
Get it? Wholesome, Liz? Okay.
yeah. It's
Anonymous, $20 as well. On top of that, Garrett came in with $10 to the United Way, and Connie2461 matching 50% Breeze donation. A little late, Connie. Thank you very much for donating again. I think it's your second or third one now for this tournament. I appreciate it, Connie, very, very much. We are now, as you can see on the screen here, almost $8,500 of our $10,000 goal. So here's what I want to do today, guys. Here's what I want to do. Besides have a lot of fun watching the hitless matches, I want to hopefully hit our United Way goal as soon as we can, and then I want to start putting some more effort in on Save the Children. I want to hit the 10K in the United Way, and then I want to flip over to STC, Save the Kids. So that's what I'm hoping for today. We blow out both of those charity goals. I mean, we've already like more than doubled what I had set forth originally. So thank you so much, guys. I have big hopes for that. Again, we have the incentives that I've shown several times here. Original artwork from Carson Druid, of course, in the center of the screen here. $20 or more gets you the digital art file. I will deliver all of the digital art files this coming week. Okay, give me 4 or 5 days and we'll get them all out to everybody, no problem. $150 plus is a signed print from one of the 5 runners listed here. There's also been some requests for other runners in the tournament, as long as they agree to give me an address that I can send something to their home. I'm trustworthy. I'm not creepy runners, I promise. I mean, not really. Anyway, so that is $150, and then $500 sign print is from all 5 of the tournament captains, and then also the Happy Hob, who's a captain all into himself. So that's what we've got for incentives. But what more incentive do you need than helping people out that have been affected by COVID-19? There's a lot of information out there on the United Way and Save the Children, but what you guys need to know is that any amount goes a long way. $1, $5, $20, whatever you have to contribute, we greatly appreciate it. It's also a way of showing support for all the runners. The money's not going to them, but it's showing support for the content. You know, big charity goals reflect on the tournament and the quality and the entertainment. And so when we see a big amount raised, it's like we're raising money for charity, but then also the runners get to feel good that they participated in something that was so impactful. So thank you very much. Enough of that. We do need to get on with things. I do want to just quickly, though, kind of recap on our leaderboard. So you can see we had Dark Souls 1. There were some matches. We had Dark Souls 2. There were some matches. We had Bloodborne. There were some matches. This is where we're at right now in Sekiro. Everybody's in first place because they haven't started. And then our overall leaderboard here, Team Squilla 60 points in a decent lead. Team Kwitty just right behind at 40 points. Team Faraz 30 points, 20 points for Team Otstarva. The winning tournament team does get to share a prize pool sponsored by McRaptor Enterprises. I don't want you supporting that in any way. I want you guys, if you have extra bucks, throw them into the charity. The charity link is !charity. Use that direct link, please. Like, click the link, give the money directly to the charity. That way they can start spending it right away. Nothing through this channel. Please, 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 please. Thank you. That is all we've got for setup, though. Commentators, are you guys ready to talk to these nerds up top there?
Yeah.
All right, let's jump into the runner queue and see how everyone's doing.
Okay.
Hey, you're live on the internet.
Hey.
Oh,
Internet.
hey, Rap Dad, you want to see what I'm doing instead of practicing?
Oh God.
Yeah, let's see what you're doing instead of practicing, sir.
I'm guessing handstands.
Oh no.
I hope it's this new pudding recipe.
You can't be playing
Oh
Animal
my
Crossing
God.
right now, bro.
Do you see my squirrel? Oh shit, you lost it. Fuck. You guys are seeing my house. You missed my squirrel.
What's the turnip price for us?
Oh, I don't know. I have 25 million bells thanks to Shio.
This guy,
I
man.
have close to 0 bells right now.
Yeah, he has
I'm
a
very sad
fascination
about
with squirrels. It's kind of.
You know what Liz told me? Liz told me she had a squirrel tail and she would send me pics.
Okay,
See, she can't even deny it. Look at that.
again, something that was taken out of context.
Oh,
I was
it? Yeah, there's
yeah,
several
I
clips that
was
are not
just-
out of context.
I
Hey, Frost.
Yep.
If you got into a room and Liz was there,
Oh,
and I gave you $100,
Oh
and I'm
boy.
not gonna finish that question.
I can't answer it if you don't
Huh.
finish it, Singa.
Well,
Really? Oh, you're just gonna have to. You're just gonna
Man,
have to
self quarantine has really just killed all of you guys. You guys are all degenerate people. Like, come on, this is a family friendly stream.
1 sec.
You really
Yeah,
think it took quarantine to make us all
Yeah.
go D-Gen? Like, dude, we were
There's
already
definitely-
Par for the course.
Definitely.
We
that's
were
right.
already degen from the get-go. This is just us showing our true self.
Well, our number one
I'm back.
degen. In fact, I think that's what the double D stands for. Joe Double D Degenerate.
double D-Gen.
How are you feeling, man?
I'm good. I got some coffee, had a nice morning, took a shower for the first time this week.
Hey.
Yeah, hygiene. Let's go. Yeah, you're supposed to wash your hands a lot right now, but also shower occasionally. So, anyway. Well, Joe, I'm looking forward to seeing your run here, dude. I haven't seen you run in one of these tournaments in a long time, and I know you're going to kick some ass today, dude. So, good luck to you,
It's gonna be
sir.
great. Thanks, man.
I am very biased towards you, so that's unfortunate. LilAggy, man, I've been watching your channel for the last couple weeks since we've been gearing up for this tournament. You're a very consistent, very fun runner. You seem like a very nice, friendly, wholesome guy. So I'm glad to have a wholesome runner in this tournament.
I mean, we
welcome.
try to be. Thank you. Thank you.
Any thoughts, or you feeling good about the run? You ready to
I'm
go?
feeling good.
Yeah.
I'm feeling real good.
Good, man. Good. Well, welcome, dude. And thank you for turning the degen levels a little bit down overall for us. I'm gonna skip the master degen himself for a second. ZeroSalt,
Racism.
man. ZeroSalt, man. Welcome, dude.
thank you.
Are you ready to go, bro?
I think so. I'm excited to press that new game button and then forget everything I know about this game.
Yeah.
That's okay. Chat will help you. They know everything.
They will. They'll be like, press R1 and then press L1, 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 and then R1.
R1, L1, L1.
Is this Bloodborne?
Wait, yeah, that's the wrong game,
yeah,
bro.
wait, I was
It's
writing that down.
Bloodborne.
You said R1, L1, L1, something like that.
I don't know. I don't play this game. I should be
Oh.
taking you, Liz.
Miss
Miss Damageless.
Well, you know, just that
Hey.
small. Yeah.
Let's save the high-end strategies for later. All right, we start seeing these
Fair
R1,
enough.
L1, L1s going on. All right, and then last but certainly not least, another guy I am unfortunately also biased for because I've known him for a long time now, and I love this man, FaraazKhan.
What's up, Rap Dad?
You ready to go, man?
I'm ready. Are we starting now?
No, not right
Go.
now. I'm what is he doing? Get out of here! Get out of the game, you nerd.
Are we okay? Are we? We're ready to go. Okay.
Well,
sorry.
get to the new game screen. Okay, so I'm gonna assume you're ready to go, or as ready as you ever are for a tournament. So there you go.
Ready? Here we go.
All right,
let me drink some water.
all
Better
right.
have some caffeine in that water.
Okay, I'm almost ready.
So before we do the countdown, commentators, you guys got the link up ready to go that we're gonna cast off of. I want you to refresh in 3, 2, 1. Hopefully I didn't throw you off with that delayed one.
So now or
Shut the hell up. All right.
Wait,
Okay.
wait. What kind of music you want today, Raptor?
Well, I have my own music, but you can play Disney music if you'd like to. That's
Okay.
That's
I'm ready.
all right. Mulan
Oh,
soundtrack.
wait.
Yeah. mhm.
Oh, my heart rate.
Oh, and yeah, you should take chat off your screen, please, if you wouldn't mind.
Chat. You get out of here.
Thank you for complying with tournament rule subsection A524 paragraph E.
Yeah, just wish K Witty asked me. Twitch alerts chat.
What do
That
you wish
should be
K?
it.
What is K? What should K Witty be asking you?
You know, last night I was like, "Hey, K Witty, take chat off your screen, dog," and he did. So I kind of wished he would do the same for me today. but,
Hey.
you know,
Take chat off your screen, dog.
Thanks. You're not Kwitty though.
Wow. Well, yeah, that's a tough act to follow, man. All right. Now, look, we're about ready to go here. Any questions on rules and resets? I think you guys all know everything, right?
Yeah, 3 resets before Dragon.
Shut the hell up, Joe. Oh my god. 3 resets in the tutorial. We all know this. Final in-game time is what matters. This is the standard route that you guys do all the time. All memories, all beads, glitchless. So none of those glitches. If you somehow get to a situation where you're short on gold and you can't buy the last bead, there is a 5-minute penalty for that if you just want to finish, or you can go into Farmville status and you can farm it out and buy the bead, you know, old school. I don't care. That's the only sort of extra rule, I guess. Any questions on that before we get started?
No, but side note, I've done 555 runs and I still haven't finished one. This is going to be my 556th one. No, in the last like couple
Baseline?
weeks. Yeah, had no baseline, none.
That's good info for all the Vegas bets out there. Thank you.
This will be my first one.
All
There's
right.
a boss at the end called Demon, just so you know.
Okay, yeah. Forgot about that.
He's like, I think he's the sculptor. Somebody told me that once.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
You might want to fight him. Yeah. All right. Okay. Well, with that, I think we are ready to get started. Liz.
Actually, Raptor.
Yeah.
My computer's frozen. Give me a second.
Oh, well, that's not good.
Yeah. Sorry.
So just so chat knows, this is a race. There are a few resets though, so the only thing that matters is in-game time. So a couple of these runs might get a little desynced in the beginning, but then they'll catch up and do their thing over time, and there will be lots of suspense until we see that final load screen with the in-game time display. The first place in this match will score 20 points for their team. Second place will score 10 points. Third and fourth will get the consolation prize of 4 a.m. DMs from Singa. So,
No.
I need that.
if you
No,
want
no, no,
those, you can throw the run.
Sorry, what was that?
Don't worry about it. I'm just pimping you out, dude.
Cool.
Yeah. Perfect. Yes, chat. This is a speedrun race. It's not a no-hit run. So we don't care about hits. Which, that's a good point, actually. I should take off even the hits at all, so that it's not confusing to people.
You can still count hits and just like, I guess,
I
talk smack.
don't want to count hits. Do you know how many hits we had to count yesterday? Unfortunately, it was too
Like
many.
4, and but that's a lot.
Yeah, four
For
hits.
Raptor, yeah. I mean, he can barely count that high.
It's mean.
Hey, what's up?
That's mean, Liz.
You guys
He
don't even
deserves it.
understand the balls I must have to put Shio and Liz on at the same time with me. Like, I am going to be eviscerated. Like,
I mean, can we just flash back 2.5 minutes to where you played my clip on stream, not just once, but twice, and you're surprised that I'm already coming at you?
well,
Let's come on.
I just wanted chat to know a little bit about you.
Okay, I'm good.
We all good to go, guys?
We good.
Well, actually,
Well, now that
Salt's-
Faraz is ready, I think we're ready.
Josh just left.
he's
Oh
chair.
my goodness.
Well, his chair might be able to put up quite a battle. We haven't tried that yet. Oh man, I am excited, guys. I haven't. Oh man,
Sorry.
we haven't done a Sekiro tournament since literally last April. It's been a year. This is. I mean, we haven't done any tournaments in a year, but the one we had last year was amazing, really fun. I think this is gonna be a hell of a lot of fun too. So, good luck to you guys. Are we all about ready?
Yes.
Ready?
Ready?
Ready.
Oh yeah.
Aggie, you ready, bro?
Sure am.
Okay. We have confirmation. So if I could get Liz and Shio to alternate on the countdown from 10.
Oh
9?
God. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Oh, 2.
1. Go!
Good luck, guys.
Go, 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 go.
Okay.
Well done, everyone.
Gotta go fast. All right. Let's jump down to the tournament channel, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
That
Alright,
was
we good. Wow,
I
good
nailed it.
counting, guys.
Yeah, I
Hey,
nailed it.
Nailed it.
Do you know what I forgot? What's so cool about doing a race is that I just realized that there's no counting involved, like until the very end. Like, how cool is this?
Wait, what?
We just have to tally up the timing.
We don't have
Oh,
to
yeah.
tally hits.
Yeah,
we
no
don't have to
hits,
count
We don't-
hits.
We don't
Yeah.
really we don't need to worry about missing any hits anymore. We can just look at that. That guy died 5 minutes ago. It's great.
So this part here though, so originally we were gonna do no resets, but then Faraz came to me with some math. He's like, yeah, the gunshot's like maybe 40% of the time. And I was like, that's really high. So I was like,
Yeah,
all right.
it's pretty bad sometimes.
Yeah, but it's not 40% high. I mean, for us, it's just bad at this game. So
It's it's streamer
I mean,
math.
555 runs and not completing the game a single time. No
Yeah,
shade.
well,
No shade.
yeah, no shade, of course.
No shade. No shade.
Yeah. Sure, guys.
All right. So we've just got the Sekiro run started. Liz, do you mind explaining a bit about this game and what we can expect to see?
Okay, so Sekiro is quite a bit different than Dark Souls in terms of you're more relying on the parrying instead of dodging like you get through with all the iframes on Dark Souls. So the combat is completely different, and I feel like people either really like Dark Souls or they really like Sekiro. But I mean, for me personally, I really like Sekiro. It's super satisfying for the parry. So instead of a lot of like dodges and rolls and stuff like that, it's going to be up close combat, which means it's going to look really cool. So it's kind of just learning the rhythm of the attacks and then learning how to outplay them with the parries. So that's
And-
what you'll see a lot of.
And you get to be a badass shinobi. So that's pretty damn cool.
Yeah, and when
Hey,
you...
Rap-
Whoa. Oh my god.
Whoa.
Is this
No.
a joke, Shio?
Oh god.
Hey, Raptor.
Yeah, Shio. Hit me with it.
Why is Master Wolf so sad?
Wait, sorry, you cut. Why is he so sad?
Why is Master Wolf so stealthy?
Why is Master Wolf so stealthy? Why?
Because he's a shinobi.
Oh my god.
Boo!
No!
Boo!
Singa, that was a good joke, man. I mean, in the context, so if you guys been one in chat, if you guys have caught every single match so far in this tournament from Friday, Saturday, and now this current one on Sunday, and if you have, then you know all about these amazing jokes. Come on, guys. Come on.
Yeah.
I heard a couple. I heard a couple with the Dark Souls, but I didn't get to catch all of them. But I think out of the couple that I have heard, that one probably was the best. But again, I didn't hear that many for context. So I guess we'll see as it goes on.
All right.
Are we gonna have awards for the best pun?
Oh God, I hope so.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that should be up to chat. I do want to address something from chat too. So I did make a promise to do a face cam comparison to Maxed Out's lovely looking Dark Souls 2 character from yesterday. You guys did meet that charity incentive as well, and so I will be doing that prior to the end of this tournament, probably at the end. So if Maxed Out, you're out there, man, I need an image, and that's an unfortunate grab for Aggie there. So please send me that disgusting character so I can embarrass myself again. Is
Speaking
Aggie?
of interesting
he's gonna be
characters,
okay. There he goes.
We currently have 2 or 3 people who are currently fighting the ogre, one of the first mini bosses of the game. And this fight is interesting because it's the first boss. It's one of the first boss fights that we actually fight in this run, right? And we can see that while the chained ogre has 2 lives and a health bar, as this game usually does, you can immediately drop down one of his extra lives by simply sneaking up behind him and using a stealth kill. That is an intended mechanic of this game, and it works on even bosses in certain situations.
Singa, I have a distinct feeling that you're like applying to work at AGDQ now, and you're because that was a very AGDQ like response. Like, dude, we gave you a job here, and it's not good enough for you. You got to go Hollywood now on me.
No, he
Yeah,
just wants
man,
to bring the quality to the stream.
All right, fine.
No,
Well,
no, McRaptor is right. I feel like I'm outgrowing this the position that I'm in, and I feel like I can go bigger than this.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's no, that was helpful though. So yeah, if you guys don't, hopefully chat can answer a lot of questions too about the game. We assume most of you have kind of played through Sekiro or have watched the runs before, but if you haven't, they're fun to watch even if you don't understand what's going on. These runners here are amazing, and they just do some fun stuff that most people can't do.
Yeah, I think that's what got me into, because when I started playing Sekiro, I think the first person I met was Seki, and going in and watching his challenge runs like really got me into the game and really made me understand like how cool this game could be and how fun it could be played. And so yeah, even if you don't play Sekiro, just seeing some of the cool things and some of the tips and the tricks that the speedrunners do is just like you see it in a completely different way. It was really cool.
On the screen right now, we can see two of the runners fighting Gyobo Oniba. He is a horse riding boss, one of the bosses that you cannot stealth kill. There is a fun glitch where you can do to make him run off a cliff that is banned in a glitchless format, which these runners are currently running. And this is definitely one of the trickier bosses to deal with because unless you parry him pretty much perfectly and deal with his attacks in a certain manner, he will try to run away from you and is a major cause of time loss if you're not careful.
Yeah, so that's and there will be some questions, folks who do know the speedruns in this game. There's a lot of different categories. This is the glitchless one, all boss, all beads. So you can check all that out on the rules page, !rules now if you want to get more info. But for most of us, we just want to see which one of these speedy boys is gonna take the lead here. We're very early in, so there's a lot that could happen. Something that speedrunners know all too well. You have to reset over and over and over again to get a good run going, and these guys are really not allowed to do that. They're all locked in, and so however bad the run goes, they have to fight through it. That's what makes a tournament unique. It's the same thing with the hitless runs. Typically they reset, you get hit, you go back to the beginning. They have to power through for your entertainment. So it makes it a fun, but I'm sure very frustrating at times experience for these runners under pressure here. Liz, do you know anything about being under pressure on a run?
No, I've never been under pressure. Everything I've done is just, completely flawless. I've never struggled or anything. It's fine. No, with my no damage run, I was so unbelievably nervous. It was ridiculous. Like, I cannot imagine how people speedrun these games. Like, the amount of stress and just anxiety these guys must have, I seriously commend anybody who does a speedrun.
Yeah.
I mean, you can look at Faraaz's heartbeat. It is on screen. It's at like an even 100 right now, and it's just the very beginning. But I mean, I guess with Gyobo, he's kind of fickle. He can go like either really good or really bad, so it makes sense. But I think we'll see it probably get down as they get into the run, because they'll kind of settle in on themselves and be like, okay, this is the run. This is what I have to do.
Hey, Raptor.
Yeah, Shio.
I personally think Gyobo is a really annoying gatekeeper, and I think he should just get off his high horse and let you through.
Oh my God, Shio, are you a dad? Because you have the sickest dad jokes. I love it. All right. No, it's okay. I had a bull pun today in Liz's chat. It was horrible.
Oh, it was bad because it was the name of my split. So it wasn't,
was
you weren't
it?
even created.
Oh.
Yeah, you weren't even creative about it. The name of my split was your joke. I don't know if I can say it. I don't.
Multitasking. I was watching somebody very entertaining, like Faraaz or Joe or something, at the same time. It's just like we were just.
Of course, yeah. I got it. No, that's fine.
All right, we're gonna see a really cool strat a few times, but we've got LilAggy here bullying Long Shadow in the corner. That's basically it. But that's it takes some work to get that set up though, and that's very, very important.
Yeah, he can be kind of annoying, so I know they're always like really relieved.
Yeah, I'd like to talk a bit about what's going on the screen right now, because we can see that the boss kind of gets locked in an animation that's not really doing anything. This is because of the way that Sekiro was programmed. Like, the enemies were designed to react on Sekiro attempting to hit them in a direct manner. But if you happen to aim at an angle, not directly facing the boss, the enemy cannot interpret that as an attack directed towards them and will therefore not block. Therefore, you can see several bosses in the speedrun, they will just kind of stand there, tank the hits, and just slowly die. We can expect to see this on Lone Shadow, Genichiro, and the Owl later on.
Well, let's not skip ahead too much, man. Spoilers.
Hey, please.
One beat at a time, baby. That's how we do it here.
So did Faraz, I think I missed it, did he have to reset twice? Did anybody catch how many times he had to reset? Because he's about 2 minutes behind where everybody else seems to be.
Yeah, he definitely had a later reset. I think he was out a couple. Chat's got it. Spoiler, there will be bosses. Yeah. In fact, every single, so basically all of the content in this entire game is going to be showcased in just over an hour. So if you can imagine like a spoiler pack cast, that is this right now.
Yeah. And we actually do have a small lull in the boss action right here. So I think this would be a great moment to take some donations. We have, did we cover Connie already?
Yeah.
Connie, oh, okay. Never mind then, ignoring him. Tyler coming in with $30. I started watching your no-hits tourneys after you were all done with them and was sad that they were seemingly done for good. Happy you are back and supporting such a great cause, and thanks to all involved. The Souls community is really the greatest.
What a dude, man. And Connie, thanks again for that. And I think I missed a couple on the Save the Children campaign as well. I am Ping the Penguin, $150 in the name of all penguins that are good and just. What a penguin, bro. Garrett with the $10 for Save the Children, and Drunk Finesse, an OG in the Souls community, $20 to Save the Children as well. Drunk, thank you very much, dude. Thank you to everyone. I'm gonna put together kind of a highlight video of this tournament at the end. We're gonna have all the people that have donated flashed up on the screen. We're going to talk about all the people that were involved, all the runners, all the commentators, even Liz. And it's going to be a nice...
Even me?
Even you, Liz. Even you. Wow. Yeah. So look for that on the YouTube when I have time to get to that. But in the meantime...
Yeah, it looks like a couple of them are heading to Geni, which... can kind of be, it's a lot of RNG. Like, you'll see, not to get ahead in spoilers, but this game has a lot of RNG for the bosses, and I think Geni is kind of the first start with that, because in his phase 3 you have to deal with his lightning, and so
I'm sorry, by Geni you mean Genichiro Ashina.
Yes, Genichiro Ashina, or however you want to say it, or Geni, like everybody else says it, Raptor. In his phase 3, he can have a lot of lightning or he can have no lightning, and it's actually a big difference, because when you lightning reverse him, it does a lot of posture damage, so it could actually, like, really, a lot of resets from these speedruns come from here, and just not getting lucky with the lightning and having really bad time.
Right. And looking over at LilAggy's screen, we can see another instance of the dead angling we were talking about. You need to maintain a certain rhythm in this fight to keep him locked in. He can be very, very tricky. This is definitely not as easy as it looks. It takes a lot of practice to get him into this position. So well done to both Joe and LilAggy, immediately getting the lock-in. Doing well so far. And you're absolutely right, Liz. The lightning RNG in the second phase is definitely a big factor in terms of time. There are many, many situations in this entire run where speed can be determined by RNG, but I think in the long run, I think consistency will beat out RNG in a format like this, to make sure that they simply don't die in this run as much as possible and don't lose.
So we've got Joe and Aggie both on phase 2 here, or I guess it's 3. It depends on how many phases you want to count, but they are making quick work of him.
Yeah, Aggie had a lightning, which, I mean, I know that Joe came in a little sooner, but, like, you can really see how much posture damage it is. And so if you watch any of their streams, it's like every time they're like, please, Geni, lightning.
Joe
I mean, you can see on
finally
Joe,
got one
he
at
just
the end.
finally got one.
Yeah.
So It's something that they really, really hope for and will come in like a lot later down the line too, just that lightning RNG.
It seems to happen more when you're trying to do hitless, right? when you can't punish it.
Yeah, it happens like that. I guess the game hates you. The game knows, I promise. It knows that you need the lightning or don't need it.
Yep.
Hey, Raptor.
Yes, Shio.
How did Genichiro get his app?
How?
Daily supplements of Way of Tama.
Oh my god. Shio. Shio. You're killing me today. Okay.
Oh, Zero actually got 2 lightning, so that'll be pretty good. Not to step away from our joke, but that'll be...
No.
Speaking of the gameplay going on the screen at the moment, yeah.
Of the boss fight. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good for him. I mean, most runners, it always feels bad when you don't get any because there's just nothing that you can do on the fight. But then to go in and get 2, I bet Zero's happy over that.
Mm-hmm. You can see Faraz locked in on the deadlock as well.
Yeah, and the other 3 currently right now is kind of another Lola moment because you have to talk to Kuro, you have to talk to the incense, Kuro again, you've got to go talk to Shin, and then you have a little bit of a down moment, so maybe for like the next 10 minutes there's kind of a lull, but then as soon as it picks up with the next couple bosses are going to, it's just boss after boss after boss, so you kind of have this moment and then it just gets really intense with everything they have to do.
And Faraz is going into the final phase as well, so he's not tough to say because of the resets how far behind he might be. I have a sense he might be a little bit behind Aggie at least, if not Joe as well. But we shall see. You know, it's interesting. Obviously, there's a world record leaderboard that you guys can see. If you click on the exclamation rules command, it'll take you to the rules page and have the link to the speedrun leaderboard for this particular category. And you can see the amount of work it takes to get on that board. But today, regardless of what your best time is ever, it only matters what their time is right this minute, and that's a different kind of situation. They both take a lot of skill and endurance, but this is a lot of pressure for a single run. But FaraazKhan is a tournament expert. He's created some of the best memes we've ever had in a hitless tournament. If you haven't seen him, check him out on the YouTube. He created a whole area in Bloodborne, the FaraazKhan Cannon Alley, and I don't think he's created as many memes in this game, though. I'm like Sega, correct me if I'm wrong, but has Faraz created any Sekiro specific memes?
Touch the fish.
Oh yeah, that one, the fish.
He likes to rub the fish.
I think that's about it. I mean, I haven't known Faraz as long, but from anything that I've seen of him Sekiro-wise, I don't think that there's much else. Maybe there are small things, but the biggest thing is the fish.
And the swan, yeah. FaraazKhan was actually instrumental into designing the Glimmering Swan DLC in Sekiro.
The Glimmering Swan DLC.
Yeah, the Glimmering Swan DLC.
Wow.
What is that?
That's only available to tier 3 subs. So if you're interested in that, you know how to get it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Weird, I should have it. I'll have to talk to him about that. Interesting.
I believe your tier 3 sub has expired, Liz. I don't know how you let that happen, but
okay, I'll look into it after this. Thank
Dervish, thank you very much for the $20 as well. Oh boy. So I'm all right. So we're at still a very early point, but what do you guys think in the hardest split to get through at this point? What do you think is the hardest split?
Well, that's probably going to be the Demon of Hatred.
So we got a little while.
Yeah, a little while.
We got a long time to go.
But so it's going to be smooth sailing for like 30 minutes or something, right?
Oh, definitely not. But we are definitely in one of the easier sections in the game.
Yeah.
And we can expect that the coming... Oh, and the gun fort, of course. That's always a big meme trying to run through there without taking any damage. We currently have LilAggy, coming up on a very interesting boss. He is often referred to as Roberto, but he is actually Roberto's father, as we have his firecrackers that we're currently killing him with. This is a particularly interesting boss because you cannot kill him in any traditional ways, because you cannot death blow him. So what you have to do is sort of just chuck him off the ledge, and that's the only way to really get him dead. He has impenetrable armor, but he is terrible against gravity.
Yeah, and you can see Aggi's face. He kind of got pushed into a wall, so you couldn't really punish it, because if he had tried to go for a push, it would have rebounded off and he would have had to start over. Because if you push him against the wall and he comes back, his posture goes down. So you can kind of see he's a little bit frustrated because he had to wait a couple seconds and lost a few. But I mean, that's just this fight. It could be super annoying with his positioning on getting him to fall off.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Roberto! You failed, ladies. What the hell? Okay. Wow. Hey, Liz, did you know that it's possible to miss that ledge kill like 7 or 8 times in a row?
I don't know what you're talking about. That's never happened to me. I didn't even know it was possible. I just assumed the game was like, okay, you've tried enough. We're just gonna trip him and he's gonna go flying off. So
okay.
I don't know. I haven't seen that.
Oh, cool. Yeah. No, that's good to know. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. No. I mean, now I know. So thank you. It's definitely never happened to me. No. You know what? I'll take that. I'll take it as a compliment. The fact that 7 or 8 missed pushes off the ledge and I still managed to no damage. I'll take it as a compliment, so thank you.
Okay, Liz.
Ooh, we got Josh missing the ledge push right now.
Oh no.
Yep.
So that's what can happen if you accidentally push him into a pillar instead, and if you're not close enough to one of the ledges.
He must be a Liz
really
sub. Oh boy. That'll get you every time. Oh man. Okay. Oh, and man, LilAggy, man, is really he is killing it, man.
LilAggy may not have the world record in this run, but he is a world-class level runner in this game. He has
for sure
several world records in different categories in this game, particularly amongst the glitch runs. But he has been doing so well for himself, and he only started this run a couple of weeks ago himself, and he's already doing so well in it. He's an incredible runner, and we can expect to see really, really good things from him.
I think we're seeing it already, but yeah, you're 100% correct, man.
Oh, speaking of the boss fight going on here, we have JoeDD currently fighting the folding screen monkeys, and Josh, or ZeroSalt, heading on into it. This is also one of the gimmick fights of this game, where there are a lot of gimmick fights in this game, and Armored Warrior is one of them, followed directly by the folding screen monkeys, where they do a little play on the see no evil, hear no evil, say no evil kind of deal, where you want to kind of chase them down and deal with their unique mechanics. But as for the speedrun, you just sort of chase them down and immediately kill them, just pretty much bypassing all of the intended ways to actually defeat them.
Yeah, and just real quick before we get further into the monkeys or we go on to Gunfort, which Joe and we'll be going on to Gunfort too, but you were asking a question about how Faraz, it kind of is difficult to tell because he had a couple resets. Aggie was actually, if I'm right, he's ahead of the other two, and his Armored Warrior, Roberto, is 1939, and Faraz's is 1929. So even though he's a little bit behind, it seems like Faraz is a teeny tiny ahead of him. So it's kind of interesting to see those two, considering they're at way different parts in the game because Faraz had to reset.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a great point, Liz. That really does give you a frame of reference where things are right now. I think there's some very difficult content coming up though, right? So it's like that's where we're at right now, and everyone wants to know who's actually in the lead, and I don't think we're gonna know until
it's very close
much
right
later.
Now.
Yeah,
super close between Faraz and Aggie.
So we really won't know the status of the runners.
Joe is making quick work here of Snake Eyes, but this is one of those bosses for casual players that is incredibly frustrating. But if you watch what Joe's doing here, it looks really easy. There's a lot of Mortal Blade action in this run.
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot.
Correct.
Especially now that instead of bestow, people use the mid-air mortal draw, because it's just it just does insane damage now. So I mean, almost on most bosses going forward, you're gonna see a lot of it, especially with Snake Eyes. Although the Snake Eyes always looks so scary to me because sometimes she can get that backswing off and interrupt it, and so it's kind of the risky part of using it. But as far as speedruns go, it's so useful and vital to doing anything efficiently.
I just wanted to point out something funny. Liz, you know this, you see it quite a lot. A lot of people in the hitless community see this too. People come in for the first time, they don't know what they're watching. They're like, is this a speed run? And usually the answer is no. But right now we're getting questions, why aren't we counting hits? That's because this actually is a speed run. It's the one time we'll ever give you that answer, that this is the only race event in the entire tournament. We have other events that had time as a factor, but not the most important thing. Hits are counted in every other game except this one. This is speedrun race.
Yeah, it's actually really weird to me sometimes, especially because in the tournament we're all like waiting for them to get hit, and then you see someone get hit here, and you're like, oh my gosh, and then you realize it's a speedrun, and you're like, oh no, it's fine, like that's okay. It's definitely different.
Joe coming up on the hardest boss in the entire game. Miss Noble.
Miss Noble. Oh man. Oh, well, God, that was well played.
That was rough. I think he's sweating a little bit.
Hey Liz, have you ever lost a run to the Miss Noble?
You know, no, I haven't, but my first time playing, my chat psyched me out so much about Miss Noble being like the hardest boss in the game, and like they couldn't wait to see, and I got it in my head that I wanted to make them proud and one-shot them, so I sugared, I echoed, I used the one that increases your posture, everything, and then I went in and it was Miss Noble, and everybody was just Pepe laughing the whole time, and it felt really great, so I haven't lost a run to him though.
So it seemed like Faraz got some kind of bad RNG on Snake Eyes. Everything went fine, but it wasn't the fastest kill there. But, you know, it's just like few seconds here and there that add up over the course of a long run like this one.
Yeah, I mean, if you ever watch Faraz or any of these guys, really, they'll get to Ogre, and even if Ogre is like a couple of seconds off, like a good Ogre used to be 342, now it's like 338. So Faraz will be like, oh, 342, I don't even want to do this anymore. That's how much the seconds matter and gather up over the end. So it's really interesting to see the teeny tiny differences between the bosses.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's so sad that a few seconds of your life are so pointless. You're just like, nope, didn't cut 4 seconds off, gotta restart another 30 minutes, you know? Like,
well, Aggie took on Monk, and if you guys saw, he didn't really have to attack him. He got the,
it was tough to see. There wasn't much.
Exactly.
Yeah, the backstab.
If you look at Joe right now,
yeah,
we'll
he's
see
doing the
exactly what he's doing. So play by play, Liz. Let's go.
Well, so he'll go in, you'll go around to the left all the way, and you don't actually aggro Monk, and she'll spawn in and actually take a few steps forward. So if you cut around the right house, you can snapseed her, which then interrupts her. So you follow it with another snapseed, you can go up and firecracker her, and then you walk back to that pillar that Joe is right next to, and you can actually jump off and deathblow her in the air. So it's kind of precise because you don't want to aggro her, you don't want to get too close, but once you get it down, it's pretty consistent and pretty safe, and it makes her super fast.
Liz, I think you could have wrapped that. It would have been like step, step, step. Come on. Snap, snap, snap.
Snap, firecracker,
Step, step, snap, 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 crack, crack, win.
Yep,
okay.
Exactly.
Cool. I mean, that's the short way for people who can't listen to the full explanation, but it was really good. Oh boy.
Thank you. I hope everybody takes that strat and then goes and then does it and then comes to me and thanks me specifically for teaching them the strat.
Yeah, right.
I will never forget it, and I will never ever feel that boss fight again.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Shio has taught me the power of cringe jokes. They're they are overpowering at times. Shio, do you got another one for me?
Oh no.
No, she's like, no.
She said, oh no.
Frantically
we bully her
Googling for new
enough
jokes.
about it. I'm not surprised. She's like, no, I'm not telling you any of my jokes anymore, Raptor.
Well,
Hey, you can't get them on command. It's like the caster's curse, right? You don't get the curse when you ask for it. You will get it later on when you least expect it.
the problem is that this game's so much newer compared to Dark Souls, so they've had a lot of time to create some quality dad jokes in Dark Souls, and we're just not there yet with Sekiro. So if you're an amateur comedian and you want to make a name for yourself, there's a market out there for terrible Sekiro jokes. That was a very tough beat for Aggie. He had to walk up and grab it, but we are on our way here.
Ooh, we're coming up to one of the best, most fun places in the entire run. The Fun Fort, or the Gun Fort, as it's actually called.
Oh boy.
But,
Yeah.
it is one of the most RNG-heavy running sections in the entire game, and if you're not careful, it can lead to your instant demise, getting you shot off a cliff. And if they don't grab any safety idols here, they actually put themselves at a great risk. So here's to hoping for the best for them.
So here's the thing, right? There, technically, if you were doing these races all the time, you would employ different tactics than you would when you're going for a world record run, right? Because you're not going to take safety, you know, sort of strats. You're in a world record pace run. You're just going to go for it, right? But here, if we were doing like multiple rounds of this, you would start to see a meta develop where people would take a few safety, more consistent things to ensure that they actually got a good run on demand versus what we're seeing here. These guys instead are just practicing and doing what they normally do. I doubt we see any adaptation to their existing runs, but maybe we'll see some interesting things happen. And oh
We got
no,
some interesting action on
that
LilAggy's
is
screen right now.
not good for Aggie, but he's got it under control potentially.
He's got
as long as he
he's got to
doesn't
make sure to
miss
heal
another
up
parry.
because
Yeah.
the
Well,
Oh, yeah,
RNG
for the
gun
next
fort
part,
section
definitely.
is coming right up. So
one
he's gotta-
gunshot
he's gotta
away.
Heal up before running in there, as we can see here.
Yeah.
And hopefully he doesn't get shot too much running through here, because they can instantly decimate his life bar. He is going for a more safer route. Hopefully it should be clear. And
That was
yeah,
scary.
he's safe.
Yeah, it looks like he's.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the part. I feel like more so than any other part in the game, it's you have to hold your breath and then just run and hope to God that it works. There's another riskier play, but most people won't. And if you get hit once before you go there, you just can't go for it. See, like Joe gets hit right there. So it's just this place. Everybody hates this place. It is probably the most widely agreed place in the whole game. That just why did this place get put in?
You will never not hear a speedrunner say, "I hate the gun fort."
Exactly.
Okay, we got LilAggy coming up on the Centipede Giraffe, for whatever reason it's called that. I was told that it was actually a mistranslation, and he's not actually called a giraffe, but hey, that's apparently his given name, and he is not actually as a giraffe, if you did not notice.
Imagine being that guy who's working for FromSoft, right? Who screwed that up, and forever this guy's now named the Giraffe. I mean, what a meme, dude! You put that on your resume.
On the when this game was first released, a lot of people were talking about, "Oh, have you fought the giraffe yet?" And I was like, "What? You get to fight a giraffe?"
Yeah, they kept telling me that too. I was like, "What are you talking about, man?" I'm playing through the game. I'm like, "There's no giraffe."
And then I see this chump. And I have to fight him, and I was like,
"Wait,
I am so disappointed right now." I was
like, "Do you
totally
mean the
expecting
snake?
a
Like,
four-wielding giraffe?" Or
Yeah,
something like that.
it was so weird, man. Oh man, this was a magical game when it came out last year, though, man. We were prepping so hard for that tournament, the Deathless Race, which is up on the YouTube as well. If you guys want to watch that, that was an excellent tournament.
That was a stressful week, I remember.
That one was actually on front page, and not just supposed to be. And God, that was a hell of a lot of fun, man. We got a little bit heads up copies for a couple people, although it wasn't as good as we wanted. But we, put the rules together, and the runners got the deathless routes down and everything. It was fun, man. I'm actually really looking forward to the next FromSoft title, which I doubt we'll see it this year, but oh no, Faraz just got wrecked.
Happened. And he was a little ahead, so I can definitely feel like that anguish of that happening, because it's gun fort. It's impossible to prepare for something like that. So it's a huge run killer.
That is he did not grab any idols until then, so that is like a time loss of close to 2 minutes. Actually, that is really rough. And that's what I was talking about. You have to adjust your strategies for this run to make sure that you have some additional safety in it. Sure, you might lose a few seconds, but what's a few seconds compared
Hearts in chat for Team Faraz, guys. That
is really unfortunate.
That's unfortunate. I mean, luckily there are less points in this event, but still,
And there are a ton of points, like you were saying. Well, Aggie's coming up on Ape, and that's also another RNG thing. So depending on his movesets, he could, if he screams, he could get a mortal draw off, which is super big. So they that's what they hope for, is the screams a lot.
Yeah.
But then sometimes Ape just goes crazy because, haha, he's an ape, and you just can't punish anything. So it's another moment that can like make or break where someone is at in a run. So it's always kind of cool to watch what happens.
GG. Wow, LilAggy killed the ape already.
Wow, already?
That was quick.
Yeah. And
that's the same shit. Like, oh, we died to Steve. Oh, no, run over.
He's not dead. He's not actually dead.
Oh, I was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? He's got 2 phases. Oh boy.
Good one. You almost got us.
Almost.
No, I think my first, everybody, for blind playthroughs for Sekiro, it's the guy that flies down on the roof going up to Genny that screams, and then it's the ape, both Guardian and Headless Ape, that people just love watching blind playthroughs because of that reaction to the ape coming back.
Oh,
so
yeah.
It's super enjoyable for people who don't know.
Ape Joe's reaction to the woo guy, just absolutely incredible.
What, his first time?
Woo! Yeah.
See, I'm mad at Raptor, you were talking about the next FromSoft game coming out. I'm excited for it, not only because of the game itself, but I haven't been here for any of the new FromSoft games. So like those beginning tournaments, those beginning speedruns and Deathless and all of that. I'm looking forward to that because I didn't see any of these guys' first reactions to stuff. So that's something I want to be a part of, and I honestly can't wait.
It's a big deal. Yeah. So I guess I was doing stuff for Dark Souls 3, so that was my first big launch, that like a new game, I guess, right? But Sekiro just had so much more hype around it because we had been doing the tournaments already, and then so it was like the first new FromSoft game where we could do a tournament in it like right away, and we were the first one to do a tournament at all. I think a couple days after ours there was a Twitch Rivals thing or something, but we were the first tournament in this game ever, like world first, man. That felt really cool. And yeah, and it's just, this game's very mainstream too. It's like people, like, it was game of the year, everyone knows about it. Yeah, even if you don't play it, people like watching it, so it was very exciting, still is.
Yeah, I'm really glad that people, because it's very different than Dark Souls as far as combat. Almost, it's really not super identical to Dark Souls at all, but I'm really glad that people like relate it with Dark Souls, because I feel like that's one of the reasons that it still does well with the Twitch community and everything, because it's tied to Dark Souls. I think if it wasn't, it would have less of a viewership and there would be less interest in these tournaments to include Sekiro. And Sekiro is my favorite, so that makes me really happy that it's included in the whole Soulsborne.
So,
I think it was super good for it.
LilAggy is about to disrespect his father, and this is a very fun fight here. Owl 1.0.
Where you'll see them get what
that
Sing was talking
is...
about earlier with getting him in the door right here.
Ooh,
yeah.
He's kind of struggling getting him behind, between the door and the statue.
Oh, he might
the
get
location is slightly different than Genichiro, but the mechanic is exactly the same.
Yep,
You just
there he goes.
whack him down, and once he's locked in, he is basically stuck there forever until he's dead.
I'm sorry, Jenny.
Oh.
I think his name's Jenny. It's not
Oh, then Joe
Genichiro.
got him right in. So.
Genichiro. Genichiro.
Okay. Yeah, Joe.
But
Joe had better luck with getting him in, so
Yeah.
that'll save him a few seconds, but I don't think Aggie lost too much time on it.
No.
oh, absolutely not. It was really
And
well
then just
handled.
essentially the same thing for phase 2.
They're
Now,
like these two top runners are fairly well synced here, man. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, this is exactly what I wanted to see here. People going head to head, basically on the same thing at the same pace, and we can see right next to each other their progress and how fast they're going to beat this. I hope that they maintain the pace and the other runners can sort of catch up and see if we can't sync them up as well as possible.
It's beautiful, man.
Yeah, Faraz took that reset, but I mean, there's a few moments that could happen. Like Dragon could be really lame, and then or someone could have a really unlucky Dragon, and then Faraz could be have a really lucky. So just because he had that setback in Gunfort doesn't mean there's no hope at all. Like there's still really good chances and really big time saves that you can get. as individual players that the other people might not have been able to get. So.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like if you look at their split, well, apart from Faraz and apparently only LilAggy has the best possible time and stuff like that. We can see that LilAggy's personal best is around 1 hour and 18 minutes, but his sum of best segments it's around 1 hour and 13 minutes, which means that he has the potential of saving up to 5 minutes in total in this run. And the same goes for everybody else. Everybody else has the same kind of sum of best segments, which means that this can still go either way depending on what happens later on.
Well, if you look at... Oh, sorry.
Josh is kind of struggling with the owl here, but he's got him locked in. It's looking good.
Nice. As far as Faraz earlier and how we were worried about how much time he was back at, I was looking at Joe's ape, and it was 35:07, and Faraz is at 36. So it doesn't seem like he lost as much time as we thought he was going to in Gunford, especially because he didn't idle, so he had to come all the way back. But moments like that where he just little teeny tiny things on boss fights, like getting Owl behind the door a couple seconds faster, he can easily catch up. So it'll be very, very fun to watch at the end of the run.
Exactly. There is still around 45 minutes to go in this run, so we can still expect to see a lot of development going on here.
If you guys are having a fun time, settle on in. We got a lot of Sekiro and Dark Souls 3 content on board today. We're going deep into your Sunday. If you're having an extra good time and you have not been affected financially by COVID-19, you're healthy and you're still at work and all that, and you got a few extra dollars to donate to charity, we are raising money for COVID aid across the world, both through the United Way and Save the Children. You can check out both of those links through the exclamation charity link. Hit those up. Even $1 helps. $5, $20 gets you some digital art made by Twitch's very own Carson Druitt. $150 plus gets a hand signed signature from our team captains or the Happy Hob. And then $500 if you robbed a bank today and you want all 5 signatures on that artwork, you can get it. It's just going to take me 30 to 60 days or so to get that routed across the world. But McRaptor Enterprises is funding all shipping costs. So every single dollar that you put in for charity goes to the charity. Thank you very much, guys.
Oh, and Faraz is struggling a little with getting Owl in.
He is.
He's not the hardest.
Very tricky.
If you get him out, he's not the hardest to get him back, but it does lose time. And you do lose time if you can't get him in a couple times, which it seems like is really unfortunate for Faraz right now.
He seems to be struggling a lot getting him into position. But that's the way that fight can go sometimes. Like it takes a lot of practice to get him in there. It may look easy, just hitting him a couple of times to get him in there, but we got a lucky break.
I think he got lucky with the dash. That saved him. Especially with him, that was super unlucky for him.
Yeah.
And then lucky at the end, so it was kind of both for him. You could see it on his face. He was super. That was funny. It went super negative to super positive. And right now on everybody else's screen, there's this wonderful part of the game where you just have to spend 10 minutes doing dialogue and everybody really hates it, but you have to take it seriously because it's easy to like lose seconds on it. And it's just, that's basically what's going to be happening for the next 5 minutes, unfortunately.
What do you do?
Yeah, you just go through the dialogue options. But Agi is on his way now to True Monk, so that'll be, I guess, a little interesting to see.
Did you guys know about the safety roll in this game?
Oh, no, I've
The
never seen
safety
that
roll?
screen in my life. What's that?
Yeah.
Of course you would know about the safety roll. What is it, Raptor?
I don't know. It's that tutorial that comes up every single time you get wrecked.
I'm not familiar with it. I'm sure you are really familiar with it. Care to explain?
No, I don't want to embarrass myself anymore in front of chat. I mean, I was just wondering if I was the only one who knew about the safety roll, but apparently I am.
I think so. Yeah, I think
All right,
so.
we got LilAggy coming up on the Corrupted Monk. This is the true version as opposed to the illusory one. There are 3 phases to this fight. Fortunately, the second phase, as we will see coming up, can be effectively completely skipped. We really only have to deal with the first phase of this fight, so let's see how LilAggy does. And JoeDD coming up on the fight as well.
Getting a lot of Corrupted Monk action, baby.
We can see that they jump before they do the Mortal Draw. That deals, as Liz mentioned before, it deals additional damage. I believe it deals almost double damage in terms of just the regular standing on the ground mortal draw for whatever reason.
Yeah, it
The
does
mortal-
about the same as Empowered Mortal Draw, but it also does more stagger damage too. So it's overall
Yeah.
just like a really big win to do it instead.
Very, very, very much so. It was after a patch when when FromSoft developed this game, they developed prosthetics and combat arts, and they noticed that a lot of casual players weren't really using the combat arts or the prosthetics, so they actually buffed them for a later patch to encourage more people to use them more frequently. That was a big boon to all of the speedrunners of the glitchless categories in particular, because they might have patched some stuff out, but for glitchless runners it doesn't matter, and it just immensely increased the damage output of mortal draw in particular.
Well, what's crazy too is that the jump mortal draw, the midair mortal draw, is kind of new in the strats. I think it was like a month ago that people started really using it and questioning like, oh, is it better than a normal? And then they really started testing, and that's when it came out, which I think is really cool, because the game is still, I mean, it's been out for a while, but there's still so much time save in the game, that the new stuff like that is always coming out and staying super fresh, and speedrunners are having to stay on top of all of the strats, which makes it really, really cool to watch.
Hey guys, guess what?
What?
Chrissy came in with $20, says F for Faraz for Save the Children. Thank you very much, Chrissy. And we also got, the Lemonhead's coming in with $25 to charity, says I love all these guys. Death Norse AUS coming in with $20, says let's destroy Rona like Liz destroys Sekiro.
Ooh.
Oh boy. Liz, a Liz fan. And we got Megaton Link coming in again with another donation, $51 for the United Way, says because Sekiro is awesome and all these runners are legit champs. Stick it to Ishin. And Singa, I've never heard of this guy, coming in with $50, said been great casting for the McRaptor Souls for Souls tournament. I hope we can see many more coming up in the future. Stop trying to bribe me with live saving, Singa. But yeah, for sure, bro. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. You guys are cool.
No, you.
Nah, maybe not. Maybe us.
Okay.
Yeah.
How are we doing? We're at 86.31 on the United Way, so we're just about 1,400 away from our $10,000 goal, and then I want to start repping the Save the Children hardcore. They're very active on Twitch too. There's a lot of streamers that have been raising money for Save the Children, because who doesn't want to save kids? So definitely.
I don't. Raptor, I don't.
You well, Shio. Well.
Really fast, you'll see in the top right where Aggie's killing this headless. This is actually kind of a recent.
You mean
new
getting
strat.
killed by headless?
Well, yeah, now it is headless Aggie. One of them's
Rip the
dying,
dream.
we'll
Oh
see.
wait, he's back.
But that's actually back to what I was saying about like new strats coming out. It's actually pretty recent in the last couple weeks, where you actually kill the headless and it gives you a sugar, a permanent sugar. I think it's a Yasha, which replaces that means that they don't have to go around and pick up as many sugars, so it's actually a time save, and then gives them the sugar for the end bosses. So it's really good, and it's worth the time that you go spend to kill him. It ends up being a time save through everything else.
Perfect. GG there.
I'd like to clarify.
Yes.
I support charities and
Oh.
Save the Children. By the way, just in case I've been reading chat, like I actually never.
So you're saying save the children, but don't?
Donate money to Raptor.
No, don't donate money to me. I'm not
No,
a child.
directly- in fact, use the link on Raptor's page. Don't go to the charity.
Shio, I'm gonna ban you right now.
Okay, that's
right.
okay.
And we are actually, despite Shio's insolence, we are over $3,000 now for Save the Children. We started an initial tournament goal of $500 for Save the Children, and I think $5,000 for the United Way.
Hold on. Let me just interrupt you right here. Something interesting is happening on FaraazKhan's screen. He is currently fighting the Corrupted Monk in Phase 2, which is very, very unusual. You must have missed the death blow from above.
That I wasn't catching it, but also this happened to me. I had no idea this could happen. But if you get the death blow in phase 1, you can actually.
Oh
if you grapple
boy,
up
man,
to
he
the
is
tree-
getting. Oh boy.
Man, that is unfortunate.
Oh.
At
man.
least
man.
he came back, so it's not super crazy. But if you grapple up to the tree, which if what you do is you kill the monk for first phase and then she resets in the middle, you can actually grapple up to the highest tree in front of her and then jump down, and that's where you get the death blow to skip phase 2. Sometimes what happens though with her is if you grapple up too soon, she'll trigger an attack. She'll trigger an upward swing attack, and then it could hit you in the grapple or it can hit you in the tree and then delay her reset in the middle. So sometimes you won't be prepared for that, or you can't get that second death blow. So I'm not sure what happened to him. I'm not sure if he missed the death blow or unlocked or if that's what happened, but it seems like she's a free boss, but sometimes you really have to, like, you can't sleep on her.
Right.
She's cozy. She's
Oh
big.
man, he got hit with that
Perfect
spit there, but he's gonna finally finish that fight off. That is unfortunate.
Yeah.
We got Aggie and Joe both on Dragon Split now.
Now, the Divine Dragon is a very, very interesting fight in this speedrun because it is one of the heaviest RNG fights in the entire run. Depending on what the dragon can do, you can get him down to, well, you need to punish him with a bunch of lightning reflex. You can see the trees behind LilAggy. You can see them behind him, where there are lightnings that you have to jump up, pick, and then throw at the dragon, and that will decimate his health bar really quickly. But before that, you can get in a couple of swings on the arm, and you really want to do that because if you only rely on the lightnings, it takes much longer
Can
time.
we get some Keck W's in chat, please? Yes, Singa, you're 100% correct. This AGDQ stuff, man, you are really doing a great job. Singa, of course, is clipping this entire. Oh, look at all those beautiful Keck W's. Let's go, chat. That's the kind of degenerate action I was hoping for in this match. But yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say this has been a really wholesome. I was really worried that I was gonna come. I don't know. I was really worried that it was gonna be really degen, but this has been fine and wholesome and positive.
Yeah, we haven't had any wardrobe malfunctions or any problems at all this entire tournament so far. So, whew, feeling good, baby.
I think you maybe got the degen all out with the clip at the beginning, so maybe that was.
Yeah.
Just get it out of
Good
your
on your
system
part.
before the cast
Yeah.
start. Hey,
Yeah.
good rats.
Exactly. So, Singa, how's your voice doing, man? I don't know about you, but I am feeling raspy as shit, man. Like I'm like.
Oh, when I went to sleep yesterday, it felt like I had sandpapered my throat. But
No
today
big deal, though,
I
right?
feel good. I just need to sleep it off, and then I feel
Yeah.
fine.
The key is to massage the throat from the inside. With,
Exactly.
What?
Wait, what?
Oh, really fast. There was a clip for what happened to Faraz. He jumped up onto the tree and then fell down. He just like ran off of the tree before she could go back. So by the time he got up to the grapple to reset on her, she was already in her phase 2. So that's what happened.
Joe
is-
might have taken a death there, but that was, believe it or not, intentional, I believe. Because if you die
Beautiful.
there and you take your first death, because when you die the first time, it gives you that death screen and you have to wait for like 10 seconds. But when that happens the first time, if you do that in the particular spot where Joe just did, you don't have to worry about getting a 10-second time loss later on because the dragon still has to finish his entire combo. So I believe that was entirely intentional on Joe's part and really, really smart.
Yep, it's actually a time save after that. So it's
Look at
all
those
that
Joe eyes too. He knew it. He just raised the eyebrow. He's like, it's all part of the plan, baby. I got this. And he's well on his way here. And we got Salt
100%.
catching up too. He was a little bit further behind, but now he's not too far at this point.
Oh, he's doing well.
And we've
And we
got
have
Aggie
Aggie
now
coming up
on
on the-
8.2.0. Wait,
It's the
are,
double 8.
are we all going to be surprised when a big brown piece of ape shit comes out of nowhere and starts joining
we
in on
already
the
know
fight?
about this. And besides, we won't see the brown ape because this fight has been optimized so much. So Aggie just
He's
completely
just dead?
decimates him
What?
before we even see. Yeah, no, this has been optimized way beyond, and it's all thanks to the jumping mortal.
Do you know
claw.
how mad YouTube commenters would be at seeing that right there. They would be so mad because they are out there dying at home on their Xbox like over and over and over again on that fight, and this guy just comes in and he just cheats it.
Yeah, that initial reaction when someone comes into a stream, it happens with kind of any challenge runner where they'll come in, they're like, especially with the monk cheese, they'll come in, they're like, are you serious? You could have done that the whole time. And especially with monkey, because it's a pretty difficult fight for most people who are playing it through their first time.
But there are a lot of cheeses in this game, and a lot of people will be seeing this for the first time and not necessarily having beaten it. I still stand by the fact that I strongly encourage people to give this game a shot and just play it at your own pace. Don't worry about what you're seeing on screen here, because all of these cheeses, they immediately just eliminate the battle, and you won't have gained anything. You will cheat not only the game but also yourself.
No, I mean, my first time playing was really
disagree more with that. I cannot disagree more. This is the GG League, Singa. What do you think we are, man? What a beta mentality. No chat. Get in there, okay? Get in there. I don't want to hear any beta stress. You get in there and you kick ass just like all these guys do it. Look, there's 4 people doing it at the same time. How hard could it be? Come on.
You should do it. Do it next time.
Yeah, just do it.
All right.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll do it tomorrow.
I mean, you said it. You said it. How hard can it be? Yeah, do it in your next stream.
You got this, Raptor.
Yeah.
I believe in you.
Never gonna happen.
I mean, you already gotta do deathless or no hit attempts, right?
That beta life, man. That beta life. What Sing is trying to say is it's fine. Just play the game. It is hard. It'll kill you a lot, but persevere. I believe you.
Well, I mean, also in that anything with the Souls, the Souls games, one of the fun parts about it was spending an hour on a fight or 8 hours. It took me 8 hours to kill Orphan on Bloodborne. 8 hours, and I'm so ashamed of that, but it also made killing Orphan just so unbelievably satisfying. And it's the same thing for Sekiro. It's the same thing for Dark Souls. So seriously, like, if you're going in and you're struggling on something, it's worth it because it's gonna feel so good when you beat the game.
I've never had more fun uninstalling a game before.
So we don't talk about that scary place called YouTube that often, but I did a lot of tutorials last year when this game came out, and the comments that I would get on this game were very funny. Like, in particular on Sword Saint Ishin, a very difficult fight for a lot of people. And I would get one of two things. I would be like, this strategy doesn't work. No way, bro. This has been patched out. You can't fight him that way. It doesn't work for me, blah, blah, blah. Are you on PC? Because it doesn't work on Xbox. And then about 1 out of every 20 comments would be something like, dude, thank you so much. That really helped. I just stuck with it. I beat him at 4 a.m. And so it's just like, you get that and then you get the alternative. And it's like, I get it. The struggle's not for everybody. For a lot of people playing video games, just about having fun and chilling. But if you want to put the time in, anybody can do it. You just have to stick with it. It's not about being good or skillful. It's literally just about being tenacious.
Fun fact, anybody can choke on eggs as well.
This is true.
Also, one thing, if you look at Joe's camera, I'm not sure, I think I missed it on Aggie, but if you see how he's pulling Shigi out, those barrels or those boxes right there will actually explode if the enemies hit him, and they'll do a ton of posture damage. And that's kind of new. I'm not sure if Faraz does it, I'm not sure if Zero does it, and I think Aggie does it from what I remember, but I'm not sure if he did this time because I missed it. But it's really cool to see the different strats between different runners, especially because, I don't know, getting the fighters to blow up the barrels is kind of like a cool mechanic of the fight. It takes the environmental in, other than just the parries and the dodges, and kind of just makes the fight a little cooler.
Hey, Raptor.
Hey, Shio.
Why is Hirata Estate in flame?
Why?
Because it's in the fire engine.
Wait, what? Okay, that's over my head, Shio. I have understood all of your puns. Does anybody get it?
Sekiro's engine is the fire engine.
Oh my, that is so... Oh my god, that is like the 11th level of hell in Reddit level knowledge. Like that is like the deep web of Sekiro game knowledge. Like how How?
Come on, man. I'm trying.
All right. A for effort. That's being generous. But let's recover with some charity donations. Naked Ninja coming in with $20 for Save the Children. Naked Ninja, put some clothes on, you dirty boy, but thank you very much. Droopy coming in with $50 to Save the Children. Hopefully this makes up for D-Gen Liz and her D-Gen chat. Kappa, you know it won't, but thank you very much for supporting charity regardless. And Trema coming in with $25 for Save the Children as well. Trema, thank you very much, dude. And we got some more coming in for the United Way as well. Trema came in with $25 for the United Way also. Dude, are you hacking? Holy shit, you're just donating to everything. Thank you, dude. And Huey also $20 for the United Way. Thank you guys for your support. Exclamation charity if you guys want to join this list of amazing people out there. Again, though, if you've been impacted by COVID-19, you've got health bills, you're sick, you're not at work, you've been laid off, any of these terrible things have been happening to a lot of people. I don't want you to donate. I want you just to have fun and enjoy the community event here. That's all we need from you. But if you got some extra bucks or you got a rich grandma, get her in here. We love grandmas, especially when they got a lot of monies. Drop some charity donos.
If they're old enough, you can convince them that they're your grandma, right? And then...
Yeah. No, you know what? I don't want to know where we're going with that, Shio. I'm very scared of where we might be going with that. So we've got.
How long have I been muted?
For a long time.
Oh man,
it's been so nice.
It's been lovely.
I kept on trying to interrupt you, McRaptor, but I think I just didn't. Cool. But Liz got my back. I tried to talk about the Shigekichi thing, but Liz got my back.
Okay, thank you. Okay, yeah. Okay, cool. So someone else saw it.
Okay. We're
I don't
getting.
think Faraz has gotten there, right? No. I think he'll be doing next, so I'm gonna
Not
watch
yet.
him. He'll do it.
We're getting closer and closer. This is getting very exciting, guys. Like, it's tough to say. I feel like Aggie's got this in the bag, but there's still some more action. So we'll see. And again, first and second place both score points for their team. So regardless, there's a lot on the line here. And then of course, right after this match here, we have 2 back-to-back Dark Souls 3 matches, 8 hitless runners, some OGs, some new runners as well. Some very exciting content coming up right after this. My favorite Souls game, not that you asked. Coming up right after this match.
It should be Dark Souls
Cool.
1. We went over this.
Okay. Shio, nobody's favorite Souls game is Dark Souls 1. This
Everybody.
I heard Faraz's favorite game was Dark Souls 1.
Yeah.
it's a cool game. Liz, what is your favorite Souls game?
If you consider Sekiro, then Sekiro. If not, Dark Souls 3. But
See, Liz and I are on the
you
same
should,
page. Those are
you
the
should
top
leave
two.
that-
no, wait, I
You're-
didn't. Okay, I meant Dark Souls 1.
Yeah, see? Dark Souls
Nice.
1 Raptor.
Ladies, can you stop bullying me? I mean, I don't have Singa on my side. I don't have Liz on my side. I never have Shio on my side.
I have defended you at least once during this.
Shio, I have objectively graded your jokes, and I'm sorry that I had to be a little harsh on a couple of them today, but you know they were lacking.
No.
Whoa!
I think Faraz is a little too
Faraz
close.
is dead. Red guard, and we've got Aggie on Lady Butterfly. Should make quick work of her. That's a GG.
Cool.
Ooh.
There is a mechanic that we
Or
haven't really
is it?
Ooh! Wow! Got baited by a boss again.
This game, man. Wow, she came out of nowhere.
Wow.
Wow,
Wow.
But she's still also going to be dead soon, though.
Yeah.
Because this is
Okay, so
an earlier game
before-
boss, typically.
Yeah.
Carry on, Singa.
Right.
Tell us
So
that
there's a
AGDQ
mechanic-
stuff.
Yeah, there is a mechanic that we haven't actually discussed yet that I would like to cover before the action gets a lot more intense that we will see coming up here.
Would your new
That
employer
is,
appreciate that, or I'm
Yeah,
I'm
definitely,
just trying to figure out if I
definitely.
have to interrupt you more, or
Yeah,
carry on,
exactly.
Singa.
No. Look, I'm just trying to. I'm just trying to make a good impression on my GDQ application. Okay. So, yeah. Either way, there's a mechanic we haven't covered yet, and that is the gold pickups that you can see the runners have been doing across the game. So whenever you die in this game, and by die I mean actually die twice, you will see that you lose about half of the gold that you currently have. And why is gold important in this run? It is important because there are several mini bosses that you can skip in this run in order to be able to purchase some of the beads required to finish this run.
Singa, that makes a lot of sense.
Right.
Carry on.
No, that's it. That's it. But if they do die too many times, they will be a bit short on gold, and that will cause them to have to go for the unfortunate gold farming session later on. So let's hope that we don't get to see too many gold failures later on. And
Right.
Speaking of gold, we have a couple of donations that have come in as well.
Before we get to that, though, they can also take the 5-minute penalty, but that's almost like a loss. So, yeah, hopefully that doesn't happen to our runners. But, Singa, where are we at on the donos, man?
We have Chris V2 coming in with $100. Let's go, Team Froos. Also, big shout outs to Liz and her chat. Most wholesome stream I've visited
Aw.
in years. Really? Okay.
Thank you.
And then we have Stretch127 coming in with a 20. I like tacos. Thank you for sharing.
If Liz's chat's the most wholesome that you peruse on the regular, I'm wondering what website you're typically streaming video content from, but that is none of my business. $20 from Stretch127, trying to fight off my inner degen from following Liz, but I can donate like a regular person. Nice work, though, guys. Thank you, Stretch, for the $20 to save the children.
Wow. I feel bullied. I don't like this.
He's
Liz,
a bully, right? He's a
Liz, this bullying is benefiting people around the world,
Yeah, I'll take it. That's okay.
right?
That's fine. I'll take it. I know how much of a wholesome person I am. So it's okay. You guys can be toxic. You guys can lie. That's fine. It's supporting a good cause.
Yeah. What do you think happens to me this whole time, Liz? Do you think people come and just say all these nice glowing things about me, or do they troll me all day long, all weekend long? Oh,
I think people typically like to be honest, so there probably isn't much positive they can say. So I think they have to revert to trolling.
well, guys,
Nice.
that's Liz. I hope you enjoyed her commentary. No, I'm just kidding, Liz.
It was worth it, honestly, worth it.
Hey, Raptor. I
yeah.
think you're one of the best people on the internet.
Thank you, Shio. And there's a lot of people. Hey, maybe that's how she feels about it, Liz. Why don't you not answer for her, okay? You don't need to keep mansplaining like you have been the whole time, all right?
Okay. I'll remember this.
Okay.
Ooh. Speaking of the game, we have LilAggy currently fighting Father Owl, fortunately immediately, and actually dying to him.
Very, very
Wow.
dead.
That is unfortunate. So the Owl version 2, which you can find in the Purification or Dragon's Homecoming ending of the game, is definitely one of the trickier fights in the entire game. I think Father Owl and the Demon of Hatred are some of the hardest bosses in the entire game. Next to Ishin, of course. Everybody loves Ishin.
Of course we do. He's great, but let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. That is the grand finale.
Mm-hmm. So you can see him making good use of the jumping mortal draws here, parrying expertly. This is one of the fights, the later version of the Owl fight, that you cannot lock him into a corner. I have seen it done, but it is apparently way too risky to even attempt. And so most runners just opt to fight him normally, despite all of the magical stuff that he goes into, spawning owls and flaming birds and everything. It's a fun fight.
A lot of particle effects in this fight. It's cool. It's a cool fight overall.
Very beautiful.
Fairly challenging.
That's a GG to LilAggy. Well done.
Yeah, I think he lost a lot of Senzo, so we'll see what impact that has on him. Oh,
Yeah, we'll have to see what the
and Joe just got parried. Oh, but he can res, but still, that is unfortunate. Joe does not have a lot of wiggle room here now. He cannot miss a parry.
If he gets his once more, then I think he is dead and has to repeat the entire fight. But it's a good thing that the runners have opted to.
Oh,
squeeze
Joe
in
had
the Yash,
such little room there between the wall and the firecracker, but he just had enough pixel space to get in there. Oh no, Joe misread that attack, I think. I'm not sure. He's done this so many times. I'm surprised to see that from him, but that is how it goes. So we had 2 Owl 2.0 deaths.
Mm-hmm.
That is unfortunate. It does put them on
Yeah, and it's
even
a
pace.
second to run back too. So I mean, that's the kind of stuff that happens at the end. I mean, especially with Owl, it's just you practice and you get him in a good pattern, and then he does stuff like this sometimes, and it's just it happens, and you just have to try and be prepared as best as you can.
Exactly. It's a testament to how difficult Father Alt can be to deal
Oh, and Aggie dies again or dies to the Sheena Elite.
Sheena Elite, I think, was one of my favorite mini bosses to fight because you have to parry twice really quickly. It just goes ching ching.
Mm-hmm.
It's really, it's nice to listen to.
Yeah, it was fun
sometimes
to learn.
Sometimes the clinking of the sword clashing can be a bit rough on the ears, but for some reason the Sheena Elite, just love it.
Oh no, Joe starts out the fight not the right way, misses the parry. Let's see if he can recover now. He cannot mess up again. He's got to get through both phases here. Let's get some hearts out in chat for our man. Now he just definitely dodges the attack that killed him on the previous attempt, and he's in a tough spot here in this corner, but it seems like Joe likes it. As long as you can get away from those firecracker spacings, you're okay. And Joe's doing... Oh, Joe traded. He traded, and that's a second death. That is not good. That is definitely going to put him back. Definitely behind Aggie. The question will be if that is enough to put him behind Salt as well, who's probably in third right now and potentially going into second place. So that's a big deal for Team Kwitty, and not so much.
And Deer's about to close it out now with Owl. Yep.
And, ooh, well... Sometimes consistency is a little bit more important than speed, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's too bad.
Sometimes.
That is too bad. Well, hopefully Joe can make up some time, or he can send some bad juju to his opponents so they can lose some time.
Yeah, I wonder, does anybody know how many deaths you can actually take in this run before you have to go gold farming?
I guess it depends on what stage you're at, how much you got on you, right? So I'm not sure. I think the consensus is that depending on when and where you die, you could be down enough to not have enough cents to buy one bead, and so you either take the penalty or you have to go farm, which these guys aren't really farmers, so I don't know. I personally might be inclined to just take the penalty and be like, screw it. But if they want to farm, you know,
they probably have a good idea if they have to go farm of where they need to go specifically for it, but it would still be super stressful. I'm sure if they have, which I'm sure they have pre-planned a place to go, it probably would be faster than the 5 minutes. I guess it maybe just depends how short the gold they are and if it would be worth it or not.
Well, and there's also unseen aid, right? Which could happen, luckily for you. So you never know if you get the RNG gods on your side. So a lot of variety. So we're actually seeing some
action on all fronts right here. We have 4 different bosses on the screen at the same time. Wow, back to Dark Souls 2 all over again. But
I heard you guys like bosses.
Oh yeah, I see. Faraz is kind of in a peculiar situation because ideally what you want to do is land a stealth death blow on Juzu, but he has not done that, and he has already died once. So here's to hoping that he doesn't get hit again in the two lives
from that death blow there. It just reset his res, so he can res again if he needs to. But obviously he needs to make up time here because that first death blow fail was not what he wanted there.
And Aggie narrowly makes it through because he got unlucky and he got a thrust and it took him down, so it was super close, but he managed to save it. But you could see his face, like he just exhaled of relief because of how close it was.
You can see Josh kind of struggling with the Vile Hand boss right now, one of the lone shadows in the game, but he seems to be handling it rather well. Yeah, there's the jumping mortal draws. And another death. Ooh. Hopefully he doesn't have to do a full reset death. It's kind of hard to classify deaths in this game.
He has one hit now.
Yeah, one hit away.
Josh
he's gonna go for the heal.
Well. Okay,
boy.
Yeah, he had to.
Oh man.
Expert parrying. Well done, Josh.
Nice recovery. And speaking of Ishin, we're almost there.
Nice. Can't wait.
Genichiro Part 3. Get out of our screen. Time for the real boss. This is my favorite boss. 100%.
Really cool. Well, yeah, I really like him. Outside of challenge runs, I really like him. He's probably my favorite boss.
Right.
Inside of challenge runs, he's probably the most stressful.
Yeah.
But it's really cool, especially for me who comes from like no hit, no damage, to see how different these strats are for the speedruns. Like how Aggie just iframes through the stomp for him so he doesn't get pushed back and he can just immediately mortal draw. You get to do a lot riskier stuff. And then obviously it's risky, so sometimes it doesn't pay off. But I mean, it just makes for really cool fights.
Aggie has a really quick first part of the phase here, and then it kind of slowed down a little bit, but he's...
Yeah, he got... Oh, and he gets 2 lightning, so...
Nice. That's some great RNG, man.
Yeah.
That's like one of the fastest Sword Saint fights I've ever seen, man. That's really good. It's not his best time, but that's really good.
He looks happy. He looks very happy with it.
Now, I think that's a pretty big time save compared to his 7 spear splits. We can expect to see him save maybe 10 seconds. We'll
9, 8, 7, 6, 25, 22. Nope. I think you're wrong.
No.
No?
Just wait for it.
All right.
Because he has to go. He has to go.
Close, yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right, man. I've got to say, a few mishaps here and there, but overall, for a mostly non-reset run here, this is really nice time from these guys. Oh, and Faraz just got murdered by the Ashina Elite. Oof. But he murdered him back.
He should be good.
Oh, and then he died again, but he's got another res, though. This is his last one.
Oh, that was really scary if you were watching on ZeroSalt stream. He was in a really, really bad spot right there, and I'm not really sure what's going on right now. Did he actually kill the boss, or is he running away?
I don't know what he's doing right now.
I couldn't tell. He still hasn't split on double spear, so I don't think the double spears boss is actually dead yet. Or maybe he just forgot to split.
I think maybe he just forgot to split.
He killed the boss. Okay.
Yeah, I think if he hadn't, even if we had missed it, I think he probably would have looked a little more flustered. He'd probably been like, okay, what am I supposed to be doing right now?
Oh yeah, boss killing. My bad.
Yeah. It's interesting to see Zero opting to just skip the idol and going into the boss fight with... right, because of the Yash sugars, he has reduced health, so he doesn't really lose any health. Cool.
Man, Salt has really picked up the pace here, or rather,
he stayed really consistent. I'm really glad to see the progress that he's been doing.
That's the better way to put it. I mean, his pace has been basically the same. Hasn't been the fastest, but now he's just consistently done what he needs to do. So it's working out.
And if you're looking up in the top left for Joe, he actually ends up idling out of the Ashina spears because they can be really tricky with the strats that they use. It's just not consistent a lot. So instead of kind of risking to get back into the setup, he ended up just idling back out.
Aggie had a horrible start to Demon of Hatred. This is a hell of a fight, and this
is one of the longest fights in the entire run, and
very difficult,
there he goes.
As you can see.
Extremely difficult fight. All of the 3 phases that he does are very, very long, very, very hard.
He's just giving Salt another chance to come back. So that's okay. He's just adding to the drama of the event. Everything's going according to plan, chat. Don't worry.
The demon is the best fight to cheese, and it makes the entire game worth.
Yeah, well, he is a very strange boss for this game. Very Dark Souls.
Well, he's so much more. Yeah, exactly. They just randomly introduce this Dark Souls-esque boss, and it throws everyone for a loop. It's really weird. A lot of people really dislike him. I really liked him, and I don't know why. I think it's because he just had this like wide range of mechanics you had to relearn that weren't based on the rest of the game. But as far as like challenge runners and speedrunners, it's like they hate him so much because he's so random. He could just do anything. He's not consistent with his attacks at all.
He's got a lot of phases too, so you have to remember where you're at and when.
And he can just run all over the place too, so you can get him in a really good spot and like save a lot if you can get him in that like pocket. Like over by the doors where Gyobu comes out is really good sometimes because he'll charge and he can hit that wall that's right there, or he can kind of stick in that pocket. But if he's out here in the open, I mean, he could just go from side to side and lose so much time.
Meanwhile, Joe's kind of struggling with the 7 spears, but masterfully dealing with them regardless. He was in a very tricky situation there because he had to deal with both bosses simultaneously, which ideally you don't want to deal with both of them.
Aggie's down again. He's got a res though. It's okay. This is the longest fight. Oh man, I just can't stop staring at this red hairy beast. He's so beautiful and horrific.
We have Zero coming up on the Demon of Hatred.
Yeah, we got a lot of demons.
And then Faraz and Joe going both into
Oh my god, guys. On the left and the right, we have two of the best bosses in this entire game. Like, holy shit, how good is this?
And you can tell, you can tell
death.
just how much that owl affected, because if you look at the time for Joe's 117 versus Faraz, who's at 115 on Geni, like you can really see how badly those owl fights can go.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. This is what I like to see. 1 run's cool, 2 runs pretty cool, 3 runs are okay, but 4 runs at the same time doesn't get
Especially
better than
because
that.
they've synced up so well.
Yeah, it's almost like they're following the script.
Yeah, Aggie is on phase 3 of Demon, so.
Oh god. He's got a res though. He's got a res. He can still recover. Phase 3, he's got some tricky shit that he does. Oh my god. Oh,
whoa! I can't even tell what's going on.
Demon Hatred down. That is really nice. His first run in there was not good at all, but second time he got in there and he got it done, man. GG to Aggie there. And Joe is finishing up on Ishin as well. It's just 1 phase away. A couple lightning bolts maybe if he's lucky.
Moment of truth coming up for Aggie here, because he did die a couple of times and therefore some sen or gold. We will see if he has enough money to actually buy the missing beats that he requires to finish this run.
Yeah, we're gonna be.
So he picks up all of the items
soon.
Sell them and sell basically everything that he has. GG to Joe, great. And at the same time, GG to Ishin versus Faraz.
Yeah.
Sorry, Faraz.
I don't think you are sorry.
Okay, fine, you got me. GG to Ishin, yay!
Okay. And Josh is on his way in Demon of Hatred as well. Doing really nicely, dude.
Aggie actually had 182 extra gold, so he just
barely.
He's rich, man. Okay. Perfect. That is nice. It would really suck to put in a really solid tournament run and then have to farm or something. Like, it just doesn't feel right. That'd be more like that Twitch Rivals tournament they did in Sekiro. I didn't even understand what was going on. They were like getting points for like getting beads or something, or I don't know. It was so weird.
That was kind of. I gotta admit, it was kind of fun to watch it.
It was, but it was like, what is happening here? Wait, you get points for killing bosses and picking up items.
I think Faraz ended up having to reset. I don't know if someone mentioned that, and he didn't get the idol, so he had to go all the way around, and then I guess accidentally idols up there. So I think he died right at the end there. I think he was really close to getting him.
Right. Ooh, LilAggy takes a death to Orin of the water.
How about that?
That is, yeah, no, that is a extremely sketchy boss to fight because she flows in a very weird manner, almost like water.
Wow, almost.
Quick dono shout out from Introverb. Hey guys, longtime viewer, first time donator. Another great day of AGDQ. Love watching my childhood get destroyed. Money goes to helping the kids and kill the animals. I don't know how. Oh, on the screen? Got it. Big shout out to all the amazing runners and commentators. Just to be clear, we're not taking donations so that we can murder poor helpless animals. That is not, that is a lie. FaraazKhan probably started that lie, and I have nothing to do with that. So.
And Faraz is really having a rough time fighting Genichiro at the moment.
Yeah. So. Aggie's looking good, man.
Aggie's looking real good. I think Aggie is done actually at 1 hour and 20 minutes.
He looks
that is a
very done.
Really solid time.
Especially for limited resets, right? That's like really, really nice, dude. Really, really nice.
That is really, really good.
So whatever people's expectations were, these were not going to be world record times today. It's just impossible in this situation. I mean, not impossible, but very, very improbable.
Very yeah.
But that's a solid clock.
I just want to note as well that up to just a few months ago, really, or not too long ago, 120 was the world record. So this is still a really, really ridiculously good pace.
So if we just go back like 6 months, then world record.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll go with that.
Good job, Raptor.
Chat doesn't have access to the internet, so they'll never know the difference anyways. Well, actually, McRaptor, the world record time right now is 1:13:05. It was set 2 days ago. Actually, I don't know what it is at this point.
It's actually 1:14:50.
Well, actually, Liz, I live in the future, and in the future, it's already been broken, so it's actually 1:13:22.
Guys, I hate to put a damper on your memeing, but could we get LilAggy in on the call and see what he has to say about his run?
Wait, who's LilAggy?
Oh, the guy on the
the guy who kicked everyone's ass. Hell yeah, let's get him in here. Yes. I'm gonna pull him in. Aggie, what's going on, man?
Hello.
How you feeling, dude?
I feel like the luckiest man on planet Earth right now.
that was a badass run, bro. Really, really nice.
We made some good choices.
Yeah.
Also.
Did you do any safety kind of stuff, or did you just go balls to the wall the whole time?
We got the idol right before L2.
I saw that. Yeah, Joe had to pay the price on that twice. So, yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Nice.
And then we picked up a couple extra items to sell, and I went for the Mibu balloon at the end because I knew I was low.
Yeah.
Ah, clever.
So you had like what, 130 cents extra or something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh my gosh, dude.
After
Nice.
losing 1,000.
After losing 1K. Well, I'm glad we didn't have to implement Farmville in the Sekiro race, man. That was a nice time save and quality of life for you. That's really solid, dude. Hey, how many tournament races have you been in the past in any game?
In any game, I was in the GSA League, the Global Speedrun League for Mario Odyssey.
Yeah.
So I have some experience there, and then we had the French speedrun tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Right, you won that just a couple of months ago, right?
We sure did.
Well,
nice. And you were also featured on GDQ, actually.
Yeah.
I've heard of that.
All over the place.
I've heard of GDQ. Yeah, Sega actually is trying to be like super pro AGDQ style here. He's interviewing for them, I think, and the rest of us are trying to.
I'm doing a good.
The rest of us are trying to have fun, but you know, what do you do? Yeah, man. So it's the first time I've had you in one of ours, and dude, really fun to watch you. If we put something together like this again, I hope you will come back and kick some more ass, dude. I think just based on basic math, you take first place and score 20 points.
Yeah, I believe so.
Team Squilla, that's already in the lead, but
Team Squilla's stacked, man. I told you.
Who put these teams together, man? Like
who did that?
Some guy making money. Oh boy. Can we get some Omega Lols in chat? Nice job, dude. Yeah, that's
thank you.
That is holy shit, dude. Really impressive. So what else are you working on right now? You're still gunning for the record on this category. What else do you have planned?
Yeah, so we're gonna grind somebody to get the record for this one, which I don't think will take too much longer. A couple weeks and then. I mean, not to be cocky, but
no.
Be confident. That's
I've
fine.
seen the future actually, and I know what you're saying, man. I can see your run. Yeah. It's gonna be in exactly 10 days.
Yeah, it's gonna be 1:13. What did you say it was?
1:13:12.
So no pressure at all.
1:13:12. 2 seconds slower than my summer best. Okay. Bold assumption.
Gotta go fast, man.
We'll try.
All right, dude. I'm looking forward to that for sure. And thank you for helping out your team and for participating in this charity tournament. Your efforts and entertainment have helped us get towards our goal. We're very close now. So thank you, dude, for everything.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me. That was tons of fun.
Absolutely. We're going to keep casting on these guys until we get to at least our second place here. But if you want to rejoin us when we have the other runners in here, maybe you can gloat. I mean, reflect with them on the challenge of running Sekiro against other people at the same time with basically no resets. So
yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
All right, man.
I'll give them a pointer.
Okay, dude. We will see you in a bit.
All right.
We also have ZeroSalt, who's done at 1 hour 22 minutes and 41 seconds. Really solid job.
Oh boy.
He kind of came into this tournament as the underdog, so I'm really happy to see that he did really well this run.
Yeah, I think he's a pretty good example of what Raptor was saying earlier, where the consistency really comes in, because he started, I think he might have been further behind Faraz for a second there, but then kind of just you didn't really see him jump ahead, or you didn't really see him fall behind too much, but he was super consistent through it. And I mean, now he's in second place, so it seemed to work out.
Perfect, man. So we got 2 runs clocked in. We just need at least a third so we can determine where these things are going. But I think we know Faraz has scored that 4th and final place, it looks like, if I had to guess. But I suppose
Joe is currently farming for gold. I think he's almost at the limit. I believe you need something like 11,500, so he's getting there.
Well, luckily we got to use that gold farming rule, huh? We were all worried we were never going to see it.
Despite the fact that gold farming can be a bit tedious, I think it's good to see that runners can actually complete the run as per the defined rule set, despite.
Yeah, well, and I want to point out too, and this is something that we have to say every single time, these runners put so much work and effort into this, and putting themselves on the line in front of so many people is it's a lot of pressure. And there's a tendency for some people to get upset when they think, oh, so-and-so didn't do as well as I thought they should or whatever. And it's like, everyone has a bad day and everybody has a good day. And sometimes it's your day to win, and sometimes the game says, no, I want you to lose. And so I think there's probably too much put into the whole debate over it. If you get a single shot at something that's normally done like in reset land, like reset after reset after reset, it's just, this is entertainment and it's fun and it's cool to see, but it's not expected to win every time. Like, it's just not a thing.
That's what happens. Ooh, we actually have a second runner who has completed his run. Could we get ZeroSalt in on the call as well?
We will get Salt in here while we watch. Faraz is on his way to getting that kill on Demon of Hatred. Salt, if you're ready to go, man, I'm going to pull you in.
And hopefully he will unmute very soon so he can hear us.
Hey, Salt.
Salt!
Yeah, I have his chat open. They are telling him so.
Hey, does Salt have access to the internet?
Oh, hello. Hi.
Salt!
Hey, dude, what's going on?
Hey, everybody.
How do you feel, man? You just took second place.
I feel really good about it, honestly. Like, there were a couple of memes, and like there were a couple of places where I just completely choked. But like the 122, I'm very happy with that. Actually, it was a lot of fun. Had a good time.
Really solid run, dude.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, so like I died to the headless, and that was a moment of just sheer and utter panic. There was like, I was like, oh god, how do I play the game? What do these buttons do?
It's the way the game works, man.
Yeah. But it was a lot of fun. It was a fun run. Thank you guys so much for having me for, Sorry, I've got sound in my ears and it's terrifying. Okay.
Salt, what's your current best time and what are your plans for the next couple of weeks on the channel?
So current PB is 119.27, which should put me in 6th place, I think. I want to go for top 5 though. I'm like 2 seconds away from top 5. I want to snag that top 5, and then I don't know, man. I don't know if world record is in my future, but we'll see how things go. I'm gonna keep grinding out the Sekiro runs until, you know, the PBs stop coming, and then go from there, I think.
Nice, man. Well, it's fun. I started checking out your channel basically around the time I heard about the Bloodborne tournament from last weekend. You did a great job. I think you and I had fun time on commentary.
That was a blast.
We hadn't talked to each other before, but you were just like an OG, man. We were just giving each other shit, having fun, bobbing and weaving. It was good, man.
Some good memes.
You got a good voice for it, good stream presence as well. So it's been great to get to know you, and thank you for supporting the charity through your efforts here, and
yeah, likewise,
and supporting your team, man, scoring some more points. So
heck yeah. So how many points are we at as Team K-Dub?
We are gonna add another 10, so I think that puts you guys at 50. But unfortunately, Aggie was on Team Squilla. That was already kicking ass. So I think they're up to 80. It's still possible. Your team can still tie or win. They'll have to put on some valiant efforts though in Dark Souls 3. And also unfortunately for the other teams, is Team Squilla has some really good Dark Souls 3 runners also. Including the edgelord himself, but there's a ton of good runners, period. So it's going to be fun to watch regardless. And at the end of the day, it's not about winning per se, although it is. It's not. It's about charity and having fun. And so that's where we're at. And so I think we have Joe is now done.
Heck yeah.
Can we get Joe in on the call as well?
Yeah, let's get Joe in, and if Aggie, I'm gonna pull Aggie in as well. At the same time, we can all recap on that before we take our break between games. So 1 sec here. JoeDD and Aggie, you are live on the internet.
On the internet, oh my god.
Yeah, we have internet here. It's weird. Joe.
Hello?
Joe.
Oh my god,
Joseph, your mic is muted.
Aggie, welcome back. Joseph Degenerate D, your mic is muted.
I didn't realize I was muted. Hi guys, how you doing?
Hey,
How's
man.
the internet?
Joe, it's good, dude. Man, you and Aggie were so neck and neck for the longest
Really?
time, dude. No, you couldn't see it, but you guys were so close until Owl and
wait, until
Owl
which
2.
Owl?
Owl 2.
Really?
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
Yeah, you guys were like neck and neck.
Oh, that's nuts.
Sorry,
Yeah.
man.
Oh, dude, I like, for if I could say one thing about that owl fight,
Please.
Which one?
No, you're not
Owl-
allowed to,
Owl
Joe.
2. Oh, dude, he got against the wall, and when Owl 2 is against the wall and he does a back step, or like he tries to disengage with you and he has his back to the wall, he doesn't go anywhere, so he queues up an attack much faster. But what you're trying to do if he's not backed up against the wall is to dash forward and then buffer an R1. But if he's against the wall, if you dash forward, his attack comes out first and you trade. And he knocks you to the ground and you don't have time to roll out of his stomp. And that happened to me twice. Because I don't know. It got to me.
The memes, man.
Yeah, it was a great time.
Hey,
that was
dude.
so much fun.
That was fun to watch you, man. And we always get something like that, and it just happens out of random chance, or maybe it's all predestined because all of these matches are set up ahead of time and rehearsed. But they're 100% rigged. But like, it's always fun to see in a race, even if it's a hitless race where we're not particularly looking at speed entirely, but in this case, of course, we were. But when you see two people side by side, basically doing the same thing, neck and neck. We saw it last night. We saw it today now. It's just been so exciting to watch, dude. So exciting to watch.
Yeah, thanks for inviting me for this, dude. That was such a good time.
Well, you were locked in at least to commentate, man. I can't have a tournament without Joe. So, and then I found some great new people through this one, man. We have 25 different runners across all 4 teams. Can you believe like how many cool people we have involved here?
I can't.
It's a dream, dude. Like when we started, we had 8 way back in the day, and then I like ramped up to 12 one time, and I was like, oh, that's pretty good. And then I'm like, let's double it, and I was like, screw it. And yeah, dude, it's just been so fun watching you guys. Like I love having the different types of events. Like my preference, and I think Shio will back me up on this, I like the Speedy Boy events. Like I like the fast games, the fast categories, and so I love watching stuff like this. So even though it's not hitless, I thought it was a good way to weave in Sekiro into this overall event. So thank you guys for making it so fun and exciting to watch.
Oh, it was a blast. Thanks so much for having us. It was an honor to take part, to, you know, provide some hype for the charity, which appears to be doing super well. Like, you guys have been so sick.
Yeah, what are we up to now?
We are Save the Children. We're over $3,100 now, and we're going to continue to work on that one. And then our $10,000 goal for United Way, we are well on our way to hit that goal. We're at almost $8,800. We're only $1,200 off the United Way.
Let's go.
So if you guys like that and you want to help support our charity goals for today and all these content creators, please type in !charity in chat. There's also links on the left-hand side if you're on a browser, and you can click on those links there for either the United Way or Save the Children. Everything's going to COVID-19 relief, doesn't matter. And 100% of that goes straight to charitable work out there in the world. Damn, I've said that so many times. I'm almost sounding like I know what I'm talking about.
Say it again.
One more time, Rap.
In about an hour, I'll say it the same exact thing.
Do you have like a little post-it on your computer screen so you know exactly what to say every time?
No. No, it's like, so do you know how you guys know these runs so well because you've done them so many times? Like it's just like,
or you're like a commentary runner.
I just say things and it's not even like, I'm not even controlling it. It's kind of like, you know, when Liz says like really weird things on stream, like we might play one later.
Wow.
It just comes out of nowhere, you know. It's like uncontrollable force of nature.
Okay.
How is our man Faraz?
I think he just finished fighting his final boss. He just needs to go get the lake bead, the final bead of the run, and then he will be done. So we can expect him to be done within a few seconds, actually.
His pain is almost over. What you guys didn't know is that Faraz and I had a little side bet on the line. The bet was if he didn't get first place in this match, he will have to return. His next hitless tournament will be in Dark Souls 1. So
no way.
So FaraazKhan will be back in Dark Souls 1.
So Dark Souls 1 no-hit tournament next weekend?
Yep, next weekend.
Yeah.
He said next tournament, he could still just never be a part of a tournament again.
Yeah. All right.
I'm totally kidding. FaraazKhan would never do that on the face of Earth, and I would never put him through that. For God's sake, he already won the last Dark Souls 1 tournament. He's a winner forever in my mind, and no need to go back. That was a joke.
Hey.
Hey, Faraz, I heard you have to run Dark Souls 1 now.
That was a meme.
Oh man, that was rough, huh? Turns out there's more bosses than I thought there were.
Oh no.
Yeah, I thought there was like 5. There's like 20 or something.
There are some bosses.
Yeah.
Did you fight the demon guy?
Yeah. Actually,
I hate that guy.
Yeah, he was red and weird and.
Your heart rate is spiking, man. Oh.
Yeah, it's high, so it's my resting heart rate is at like 85 to 90.
Yeah.
And so this is a little bit. This is like I woke up, I didn't sleep too much, so my heart's beating faster. But did you see the gun fort unbelievably safe strat, death into the pit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unbelievably safe.
No.
So I told Kwitty, I was like, if anybody dies, it's going to be the gun fort, and I'm the only one that died in gun fort.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
I'm sorry.
You could have died to Father Owl 3 times in a row.
It's okay, I died to Ishin
That's
twice.
embarrassing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nobody died today. Nobody saw nothing. We got a couple donations to read out as well. We got Clamp's Cast coming in, $20 for the kids. Thank you very much, Clamp. And then we also have Puggy Bumper. I always have to make sure I read these names correct, like very clearly, to make sure I don't say something like really TOS. But Puggy Bumper, $50 to United Way. Thank you very much, Puggy. And Alex.
Puggy.
Yep. Alex coming in with $20 to the United Way as well. It says, well done, LilAggy and ZeroSalt. Something. The other guys suck. Wow. Wow, Alex. Wow. He didn't say that last part. That's a joke.
Okay. Thanks,
he did only congratulate LilAggy and Salt. Anyway, so
I mean, he knows. He knows what he's talking
it's for charity, guys. Who cares? It's not about ego. And then OK Boomer. I think it's my mother-in-law again. Another $100 from the mother-in-law. Says, almost there. Bring it home. Thank you very much. My lovely mother-in-law, aka OK Boomer. She actually is a boomer, but I'm also a boomer because I'm over 30. We all know this. Yes, Faraz. Yes.
I'm 47. Do you know that, Rap Dad?
Oh, you're a boomer too.
Yeah, I'm real old.
Who knew, man? Who knew?
That's why, yeah. I had my arthritis acting up today.
I'm sorry to hear that, sir.
Oh.
That's why I did so bad. Yeah, arthritis.
Well, any final thoughts on Sekiro before we take a short break and update?
Congrats, LilAggy.
Thank you, Faraz.
Yeah, congrats, Aggie.
GG.
I'd like to thank the unseen aid on Demon.
Oh yeah, I saw that too. Yeah, that was. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
did
that
not
was
know
lucky.
that.
Dude,
Oh man, that could.
I'm
been
taking
close.
that GG back. Taking it back.
F you, man.
That's the first time I farmed in my life. That was rough.
How do you like it?
Oh, it was actually not bad. Actually, it went pretty well.
Gonna go buy up a farm, get some.
Yeah.
land.
Play some Animal Crossing.
Salt, I didn't know you were a cat guy.
This is my cat. His name is Dusty.
All right, I'm gonna give you a pass,
Pretty
but
cool.
but we know dogs are better, right, Joe?
Yeah,
Joe?
look at that dog.
Joe, there.
That's
Yeah,
I'm gonna leave this call real quick.
yeah.
Joe's a dog guy.
Let's
I have
zoom.
no
Joe's a cat
comments.
guy.
Let's
Faraz is a
zoom in
squirrel
on
guy.
Doggo.
Liz is a DGen.
Very sleepy dog.
Oh, it's beautiful. All right, runners, I will see you later. Thank you for kicking ass and supporting charity. I'm going to wrap up with our commentators here that we have to say goodbye to. And a few of them are staying with us. Well, actually, one of them. So I want to say goodbye and shout out all the stuff. So, runners, one more round of applause virtually. Don't actually clap into the mic.
Clap, 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 clap.
Clap, clap.
Yay,
Clap,
cat clapping. Oh man, this is a team cat tournament right here apparently.
It is.
All right. Okay. Cats are cool too, man. All right. Lots of virtual claps out there. All right, guys. I will see you later. Commentators, don't go anywhere or I will cut you.
Bye. I'm
In-game.
gonna vomit. Bye.
Bye, runners.
Later.
Bye.
All right. This is
Faraz just wants to hang out a little.
What? Sorry.
Oh, hey. Oh, I
Hey.
was just saying you wanted to hang out a little.
No, I'm gonna go. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Poor Faraz.
So we got to swap some people in. Actually, isn't Joe joining me on this next one? Where's Joe? Has to come back in a sec, but
You
I'll,
just kicked him out.
I'll
Just
let
as,
him.
he
No,
was
I'll let him
No,
have
he's
a.
gonna go now. He's not gonna do it anymore.
He's not allowed to. He got third place. He has to stay now. All right. Yeah. So we're gonna have Joe, Faraz, and Nova with us for the last match here. So that means, unfortunately, we have to say goodbye to two very edgy ladies in the
Wait, I
channel.
thought Faraz wasn't doing the first one. I thought he was doing the second one.
I don't know what Faraz is doing. Is he not doing the first one?
According to the schedule, he totally is.
Okay, well, Shio, you can stick around regardless, I think, for that first match. So then we only have to say goodbye to one person.
That's me.
Or actually two.
Wait,
What?
I thought I was leaving as well.
You are. So Singa,
Raptor, are you okay?
Liz, I'm not ready to talk to you yet, okay? Hold on a second.
Okay.
Okay. Singa,
Mhm.
you guys know how I am with math. Come on.